Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for some more Battlegrounds content, my favorite type of content. And we're just going to be showing you guys some of my fights in the victory track. I've been having a pretty fun time with this meta. It's far too restrictive. I definitely think that this meta should have been like for the gladiator circuit and should be way more toned down for the victory track that everyone plays. But I cannot lie to you guys and say that I'm not having fun because I'm used to this type of meta. Like I've had worse metas than this in the gladiator circuit. Like it's to me, this is fun. It's interesting. It's unique. It can be frustrating at times when you get trapped in bad matchups, but for me and my roster, my deck's pretty good. So I without that being a problem, it allows you to enjoy the meta a lot more. But I'm definitely not saying that I think this is how the victory track should be. I've told Kabam, what I told Kabam straight up is change the armor from 30 seconds to 10 seconds in the victory track and call it a day. It's literally all you need to do. Are they going to do it? Probably not. Would that fix the problems? I think so. But yeah. So up first here, we have a Domino and we're using my Hercules. Now you might be thinking like, okay, well this fight doesn't look like it's going very good, but that's the thing about this meta, That's the thing. You might think, oh, I've lost, but then you come out and you're like, oh, never mind, I won, and that's just what happens. So you should perseverance is rewarded in this meta, and you see a score of 21,000 against Domino. It was good. It was good because it looks like this guy was trying Wiccan against my man thing and. Looks like it didn't pan out, but yeah, I really wanted to show you guys the next fight, which is a lot more interesting. I think we're using some Null. Yeah, it's gonna be Null's gonna make a lot of appearances in this video, and I've been using him quite a bit in this meta. And man, I've really been enjoying the rank 4 Null. He is just such a monster. He's such a monster, and he's also a very big defensive threat. I love having Null. I really do. I think Null is so incredible. And so here we're going to be taking on a Nova. So how Null really works for this meta is you just need to kind of counter planting a Living Abyss when that 10th charge comes for the armor. And you can also just hit their block once they have the armor, and that can just, the Living Abyss will take away the armor. So it's really nice. But if you hit him on the 10th hit and it doesn't apply Living Abyss, then you can still take Power Burn. Right there, you see, though, we did get the Living Abyss. We are also countering Auto Block because Null can't be Auto Blocked or evaded through his medium attacks or heavy attacks. So that's really nice against Nova when we intercept him with mediums. We don't get Auto Blocked, which is pretty nifty. And I wasn't even really thinking about that when I was doing this matchup, or like when I picked Null for this. So here you see he has an armor, so ideally here I need to hit into block, but there I just hit him one time, and luckily it did turn into a Living Abyss, so boom, we got rid of the armor. That's great. And everything's going pretty good at this point. I've finally built up to my special 3, got 32 Living Abyss. Gonna go ahead and throw this. That's another thing I really enjoy about this meta, is that it's not a nuke meta. Normally the victory track it is, but with this meta, dude, I'm able to just take my time, go slow, build up, go for special 3s, and it's wonderful. It's so nice to just take Battlegrounds and play a little bit slower because you get to use different champs, or same champs you already play, but you get to play them differently, and it's a lot of fun. And so that fight went really solid against Nova, 91%, and that is definitely going to be enough to win us that round. Just felt really good. So in this match here, this guy put down a 5-star Colossus. I just used Hulkling. Unfortunately, I didn't want to use Hulkling, but he was my only champion that could have taken the fight. And then next up here, he's going to throw down Killmonger. And I got a couple of Archangel fights for you guys. And oh my god. On this Archangel fight and another one against Rintrah, like, when I think about a champion, that doesn't need rank 4. Like Cosmic Ghost Rider, Human Torch, Archangel. Those are champions that come to mind. Ghost. that they're just, they're so powerful at a rank 3 level. Like, they're good for Battlegrounds, you don't even need to take them higher. But I've thought about taking Archangel up. I actually have a Mutant 3 to 4 gem, and I was thinking, like, should I give that to Archangel? And it's just like, no, because a rank 3 Archangel with good RNG is so much better than a rank 4 Archangel with bad RNG. It's not even close. It's all just RNG with Archangel. So this is just a rank 3 Archangel, but just watch the RNG. Just watch the RNG. So boom, that was a 25% chance on that parry to trigger a poison. We got it. Boom, heavy counter, his special 2 here. I'm going to take this hit on the block. Boom, we get a poison. There's a 50% chance for that. Here, gonna heavy counter once again. Boom, more bleeds. Gonna go for special 1. Boom, 2 poisons there. 3 poisons, getting some neuro conversions. Bait the special 2 one more time. Heavy counter. Oh, and look at that. The fight's over. Like, just, yeah. Pretty good RNG, right? That's definitely a dub. Moving on to the next matchup here. Facing someone in SAS. And this one, I think he's placing Rintra. I think we're both placing Rintra here, I remember correctly. Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys how I like to use Torch in this meta, because it's definitely not, as simple as it typically is with Torch. Yeah, I'll show you guys my play style, how I like to tackle a big Mystic fight like a Rintra here. So he's going to go for Falcon here. And yeah, as you guys can see, we both have Gallon. And I think that's a big reason why we both placed Rintra, because Gallon is just absurd for this meta. But the one thing Gallon cannot do in this meta is Mystic Champs. I mean, he can do it, he just can't do it in sub 30 seconds. But pretty much every other class type that Gallon would fight, he can basically do in like 30 seconds. Unless it's something extremely specific like a Nick Fury, But with Torch here, you see I parried about 5 times. You want to parry about 5 times, build 5 smolders. You don't really need to go too much more than that. Just get your temperature maxed out, get a couple of smolders, right? And then start doing damage. You want to get in those first 10 hits as fast as you can so we can get the armor buff. Boom, there it is. Now, that's it. Now we take a breather. Now we just chill. During this chill period, you can really do whatever. Just don't hit him. You can try to parry a bunch. You can just block a bunch. You can just try to dex his heavy a bunch in the corner. You can do whatever you want. Just try not to get hit and don't hit him. It kind of sucks, but that's just the way this meta is. You just gotta chill. Just gotta chill for these next 30 seconds. And in this chill time, we are building up more smolders, so that is nice. We're almost at 30 now. We've taken some block damage, but it's not an absurd amount. We still have 78% of our health to work with, right? And now what you don't want to do in this position is throw the special 2. That's the biggest mistake you can make, because the special 2 is so many hits that he's just going to be right back to another armor. So definitely do not throw special 2. You can throw special 3. Totally fine to throw a special 3. It only is going to do 1 hit for the chitin charges. And it's going to also apply a pretty fat Nova Flame. So that's totally fine. So here I am going to go ahead, go for the special 3. Now I think I triggered the second armor buff of the fight. And this is about as long as a matchup can really go with Torch. This is a rank 4 Rintra. One of the biggest health pools in the entire game. The only Mystic that's bigger is Sassy. And you can see those Nova Flame's going to go ahead and do the job. So we got the fight done. It took a while. But hey, we got it done. And we retained a lot of our health. So about 43,000 points. 69% HP. That's pretty solid. For this meta, that's pretty solid. This guy was using Falcon. He actually did a pretty decent job. He took it down a little bit under 40,000 points, but that's still pretty solid. But yeah, Torch, that's how I use him in this meta. It's worked extremely well for me so far. I think I've won pretty much all my matches where I've used Torch and done that method. So yeah, I'm loving it. So here, I'm going to go ahead and throw my Gore down. And he... basically, anything he throws down except Scarlet Witch, I can nuke in 30 seconds with Gallon. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I've pretty much won. Like, this is pretty much over. He throws Hulkling down, that's fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. As long as they're not Mystic or Nick Fury, I can nuke it in 30 seconds or less with Gallon. Pretty much. Pretty much almost guaranteed. It's like a 30. It's like, you know, when you order a pizza and they promise they'll deliver it in 30 minutes or less. That's like me when I use Gallon against a non-Mystic champ in this meta. It's 30 seconds or less, or your money back. You know, you get the pizza for free. It's basically how I feel with Gallon in this meta. You know, I just have so much confidence because basically all you need to do with Gallon is do 2 combos, 2 5-hit combos, get them the armor buff, then do another combo or 2 and a heavy and a special one, and that's it, and the fight's over. So here you're gonna see, boom, 5-hit combo, another 5-hit combo, okay, intercept, another 5-hit combo. Now I just want to get off a heavy attack, gotta weave that in here somehow. I just need to get off a heavy attack now. It doesn't matter that he is, you know, indestructible, none of that matters. Okay, boom, throw the special, 999, and dead. Was that 30 seconds or less? I think it was. 25 seconds. And you can do that against pretty much anyone. So, yeah. That's Gallon. Delivering your pizza in 30 minutes or less. Now, next up here, we have another mystical matchup here. So, we're going to have to, again, use Torch. Got a Man-Thing. And I'm taking a look at what this guy has. You know, he doesn't have Gallon. Gallon was probably banned in this matchup. Like, if I don't draft Gallon, it's either I got unlucky and just didn't draft him, or he was banned. And if me and my opponent both don't have him, very high chance he was just banned. Because I'll try to reroll to get Gallon, you know. I don't care. I give me Gallon. You know, it's almost a guaranteed win, unless they have just only Mystic Defenders to place, you know. So, I decided to throw down my Mephisto. He's going for a little Clairvoyant, and we're going for Torch against this Man-Thing. So, we're going to be going for a very similar playstyle against Rintrah, but in this matchup, it won't take as long, just because Man-Thing, I don't think, has quite as much health as Rintrah. And yeah, he's just not as beefy as the cow is. So this fight will go a little bit faster, hopefully. Again, gonna go ahead, get off 5 parries, max out that temperature, 5 smolders. All right, now start doing the damage. As far as like what combos to go for, just make sure whatever hit you're doing is applying a Nova Flame. So that's your first medium, your first light, your last medium, or your heavy attacks. Just make sure those are the only attacks that you're doing, because you need to be applying Nova Flames. So there we go. Our first cycle of damage. Now we gotta wait for the next 30 seconds. He does have a poison and an armor break debuff on us. That's fine. Just don't panic. Just chill. And we just gotta wait out the armor. I try to get in as much parries as I can. You know, try to reparry. Try to dex what I can against the wall here, just without getting hit. You know, try to play safe, but still mitigate about as much damage as possible. And that armor, before you know it, it does expire. So there we go. Boom. Now we can go in and get another round of damage. Here he's also throwing specials, which is really nice because that means he's taking the power stings from the Nova Flames as well. He's also regenning, so we're just reverting that. And you can see that was a much faster fight than the Rintrah. And yeah, it went pretty well. So he is going to have a bit of a tough time against my Mephisto. And then I think to pay me back, he's going to go ahead and throw his Mephisto down on defense. You want to come here? You want to come in the video? Come on. Come here. Good boy. Come here, buddy. Hey. What you doing? Ace loves to just chill in the office with me, don't you, buddy? Yeah, so he does hit me with the Mephisto this round, but I hit him with my Domino. And so if you place Domino on defense in this meta, and they don't have a tech champ, and they don't have a Gallon, it's a very, very good chance you're going to win, as long as you have a somewhat doable matchup. Essentially, you probably got it, you know? And so we have Mephisto here with Warlock. This is a 100% very, very, very doable matchup in just about any meta, and especially this meta, because my playstyle here is just parry heavy, but I do want to do about, again, 5 parries, just like Torch, to go ahead and get up the infection first, so that when I heavy, we are power draining him, degenning him, and he's just taking a lot of damage. So this fight is going perfectly so far. He hasn't triggered an aura yet. Exactly what we want. I am getting a little bit too much power though, so I do need to be careful of that. I don't want to go to a special 3 by accident, because my armor breaks are on my special 2. So you see there, I triggered the armor with the 10th hit, and then I go for special 2. Unfortunately, he triggers an aura at a bad time, so we end up taking about 90% of our health there. That's just a little bit of bad timing, but that's okay because this fight is now over. Again, he triggered the armor up a little bit of an annoying time. Lost another like 5%, but it doesn't matter because the fight's over. And that's 50k points. That's a dub. So far so good. And we're going to go for a little more null action here now against a Weapon X. And I went ahead and threw down my Thing on defense. He doesn't really have a good counter. Thing is pretty incredible in this meta. So feeling very good at this point. And I'm thinking here with null, okay. You know, let's just build to our special 3. Let's take some time. It's all good, you know? We can play this fight nice and slow. And again, that's what I really, really enjoy about this meta is the slower pace. It's refreshing. It is refreshing in Battlegrounds opposed to just nuke metas and go zoom in as fast as you possibly can. You know, it's nice to just take a breather in some of these fights. So, you know, trying to go for these heavy attacks, just get as many of that Living Abyss as I can. But I do need to keep an eye, and once he hits like 24, 25 of his charges, he goes berserk. Here I am going to mess up an intercept. Really annoying. And yeah, he 5-pieces me, a bunch of bleeds, crits. That hurt a little bit. But now we've basically built to our special 3, and his berserk is falling off. So now the ball's in my court of this fight, you know? So now we're going to be in control. Going to go ahead, chop off Weapon X's head. That's another reason why I just love Null's special 3. It is so savage. It's pretty great. And I've kind of found, like, after my special 3, I kind of just, like, throw out attacks, and they usually connect, because you're unblockable and unstoppable, which is pretty nice. Here I was just trying to go for some heavies at the end, just to try to pull away some of those armor breaks, turn them into degen and into some regen for myself, just to build back a little bit of that health. We finished around 48k, pretty solid, and Thing did a wonderful job on defense. So, yeah, that's great. That is very great. Things are going our way. Now, in this next fight, he throws down a Nimrod, and I was a little bit worried. You know, I could go for Valkyrie in this situation, but he has a Thing, so I wanted to save her just in case, you know, this goes round 3. And I decided to throw down Omega Sentinel, and he goes for a 5-star maxed out Doom. I'm also going to be going for a Doom, but mine is maxed out. Well, it's not maxed out. The rank 4 6-star Doom. Now, I was going to say maxed out, because, you know, that's been the maxed out level for a while, but Yusafa, fun fact, my next Battlegrounds opponent in the tournament, he has a 6-star rank 5 Dr. Doom. So, I can't really say my Doom's maxed out anymore, because that'd be a lie. His Doom's maxed out, not mine. But it was interesting because I ended up losing a Battlegrounds match when I was streaming, and I could have thrown down my Nimrod, but the guy had a Doom, and I thought like Doom could handle Nimrod, but chat was like, no, you know, Nimrod starts with an armor, so Dr. Doom wouldn't really be able to do it. And then that was before. Now I'm faced with this situation myself, and I'm like, this probably isn't going to be the best matchup, but I think it would be silly to underestimate Dr. Doom. You should never underestimate Dr. Doom, because there's a way. There's totally a way, and we're doing it. And also, the double-edged sword about Nimrod being a good defender is that he can also be a bad defender, because he can just heal up your opponent. You can see I've taken a lot of damage, but I've healed back a lot of it because of the cowardice debuffs and the power loss debuffs that he's applying to me, which is really nice. And so you're going to see here just a quick Doom cycle, special 3. Or no, I think I'm actually going to go for 2 special 3s just to play it super safe. But you're going to see I get back to that next special 3 extremely fast. Boom, you can see we're already at 2 bars of power. The cowardice is also healing us up. We're nullifying those armors. Everything's going pretty great. And boom, we're going to go ahead and throw another special 3. Fortunately, though, because of that cowardice debuff, these specials aren't really doing much damage. But that's fine. I'm getting in a lot of damage with my basic combos afterwards. And now we're going to have 2 Furies. So our basic combos, you can see 9k crits there. And he's dead. So 96 seconds. We finished with about 95%, 47,000 points. Dude, that's pretty solid. And again, that was another win. So, yeah, Doom can definitely take Nimrod in this meta. He definitely can. Is it ideal? No. But can he absolutely do it? Yes. Now, again, another null fight. I think it's the last null fight, but he's been just great. And so here we have a Sauron, and I'm not the best at fighting Sauron, especially if he throws off his special one. I'll always get hit by it. But I just play in a way that, you know, he doesn't throw special ones, you know. At least I try to. So you're going to see me go to try to push the Sauron to his special 2. Unfortunately here, I already take a combo, which is, you know, wonderful. That's okay. That's really okay, because we can... My mindset with Null is if I get hit, okay, because I can heal it back, or I can at least try to. But special 2 with Sauron is no biggie. And here you see he has that armor up, and I didn't trigger any Living Abyss there, so I didn't get rid of it. And I took a bunch of power burn damage. Not a bunch, a little bit. It was just kind of annoying. But yeah, here I don't opt for the special 3 rotation. I just wanted to... I wanted to get his power... combative power rate lowered, so that, you know, he wouldn't be getting as much power, so, you know, less power, less possible special ones. And I didn't even really have time to heal because the fight's over already. Yeah, the fight was just going so fast, I was like, let's just get out of here quick. And this guy had a Gallon, but his Gallon was unduped, so I had a pretty good feeling that, you know, I'd be able to outspeed him. Because his Gallon was unduped. If his Gallon was duped, I would have just assumed this was a loss. But yeah, we do end up outspeeding the Gallon, which was nice. Because Gallon does need to be awakened to be super overpowered in this meta. Because he gets, through his signature ability, that's how, you know, he really benefits when he triggers immunity to power burn or special lock or all that good stuff. And so here, this fight, this matchup is over. Unless he threw down... The only defender I didn't want to see was Dr. Doom. But if he did throw down Doom, I would have just went Archangel. But any other defender that he throws down is just Gallon food. It's Gallon food. Again, you want your pizza, 30 minutes or less, Gallon's going to deliver it. He's going to deliver it on time. It's Kitty Pryde. It's fine. It's not Mystic. It's not Nick Fury. We're good. So, again, just going to do the standard double 5-hit combo to give her the armor. And then another couple combos just to build up our mass. And then heavy, special, and fight's over. So, boom. There we go. She throws a special here, which is actually perfect. That's going to go ahead and get rid of all of her prowess. And then, boom, here, heavy, special 1. That's a fight over, man. That is the fight over. She tries to dex. He can't dex that damage. 24 seconds. That's a dub. Alright, and then I have this final matchup here. Only a couple more fights left. We got this Falcon matchup. This was just against an Omega Sentinel. Falcon's pretty solid for it. Kind of boring. It was going so perfectly, then I mess up an intercept at the end here. But luckily, the fight's over at that point. But what I wanted to show you guys is something interesting here. Maybe I should have showed the first round, but yeah, I also threw down my Omega Sentinel there. And he tried Gore. Looks like Gore did not really work. But you're gonna see. So in this next draft phase, with Gallon, I just kind of want to talk about this a little bit. You see, we both have Gallon, but neither of us used Gallon in the first round, even though we were both fighting an Omega Sentinel. Now, why is that? And it's basically mind games with your opponent, because if you have a Gallon and they have a Gallon, you're both probably thinking, like, that's basically a guaranteed win, you know, in the right matchup. And so neither of us wanted to take that guaranteed win in that first round. I wanted to save my Gallon. And so now, once we go into the second round, you're going to see what we both do is we both place a Mystic Defender so that we can't use Gallon. You're going to see I throw down Dr. Doom so that he can't use Gallon. And he's going to go ahead and throw down Rintra so that I cannot use Gallon. But... you know, if this goes next round, both of us, all our defenders, are Gallon food. So, yeah. But you guys remember when I told you that my Archangel RNG was pretty good? You haven't seen anything yet. So, we're both going for Archangel here. He's got Doom to fight. I got Rintra to fight. And guys, this is the best RNG I've ever had with Archangel. It's just watch this. Just watch this, dude. It's insane. First heavy, 2 bleeds. No, not crazy. Next 2 hits, poison, poison. First heavy, 3 neuros. Block, another poison. Next heavy, only 1 neuro. Take 1 blocked hit though. Boom, get that poison. And then look at this. 3 neuros on that heavy. Another 3 neuros on that heavy. We're at 10 neurotoxins. Look at this. 1 hit right there. That's a 25% chance to apply a poison. It applies. We get off a heavy. It applies more than 2 neuros. The fight's over. That fight is over. 36-second Rintra fight. Maybe that was a rank 4 Rintra. I don't know, but that RNG was just insane, man. 10 neuros. Oh my god. He just melted. Yeah, guys, that is going to go ahead and do it for this video. I've just been mowing down fights in the victory track with this meta. Again, personally, I've been having a lot of fun. My deck is tailored pretty well for this meta. But again, I don't think this should be the victory track meta. Because you have people like me just mowing down these fights with my OP champs. And it's not fair. It's not fair. This definitely feels like Gladiator Circuit, and that's where it should have been. Again, in my opinion, easy fix. All I would change is the armor buff duration. Change it from 30 seconds to 10 seconds. Easy fix. That's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed those fights. Drop a like if so. Let me know in the comment section down below who's been your MVP for this meta. And yeah, subscribe if you guys want to see more content. We'll be live streaming some more Battlegrounds soon, especially once we get into the Gladiator Circuit. That's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.